Hello, Chris Green here with the Flood Insurance Guru. Today, we're going to be talking about what is Flood Zone A when it comes to your commercial flood insurance. What does it really mean for you? So, we're going to address three things in this video. What is Flood Zone A? Is flood insurance required on it? And what are your flood insurance options? And remember, before we get started, we have an educational background on flood mitigation, which means we're here to help you understand your flood risks, your flood insurance, and mitigating your property long-term to help you minimize flood losses and flood premiums. Also, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel or check out our Facebook page where we do a lot of these daily flood education videos. You can also check out our blog or our podcast on our website, floodinsuranceguru.com. So let's talk about it. What is Flood Zone A? Flood Zone A is considered to be part of that 1% annual chance of flooding. So how is it different from maybe Flood Zone AE, which we've talked about in the past? In many situations, A and AE, the difference can be that a flood insurance study report's been done and there's a base flood elevation. Remember, when it comes to the base flood elevation, this is what FEMA, or the National Flood Insurance Program, thinks the flooding level could come to. And so the further you are below that base flood elevation, the higher your rates could be through the National Flood Insurance Program. The further you are above it, the lower your flood insurance rates could be. So this is really what Flood Zone A is. So let's talk about question number 2. Is flood insurance required in Flood Zone A? Let's say you take this building right here and you have a mortgage on it. Is flood insurance going to be required? Flood insurance is going to be required generally if there is a federally backed mortgage on here. The bank is required for you to carry flood insurance if you're in A. So then what are the flood insurance options in A? Just like Flood Zone X we've talked about in the past, you've got two options. You've got the National Flood Insurance Program, which is back through FEMA, the government program, and then you've got private flood insurance, which is through private carriers. Now, it's important to understand that the private carriers each kind of control their own rates, but they also control coverages. So remember, on commercial buildings, the National Flood Insurance Program is only going to generally offer up to $500,000 on the building. But with a private policy, you might be able to get $2 million. So you see all these buildings, if they're connected together, $500,000 is not going to go very far. But $2 million, $3 million, $4 million could go a lot further. So it's important to understand that if you are shopping for insurance and understand your options, even though there's two options, many of these private carriers, as I said, each make their own rates. So rates could be different. Underwriting could be different. So that's what we wanted to talk about today was what is Flood Zone A when it comes to commercial flood insurance? Is it required when it comes to commercial flood insurance? And what are your flood insurance options for a commercial building in Flood Zone A? So if you've got questions about these things and about commercial flood insurance, as I said, click below. Visit our website, floodinsuranceguru.com. Thank you.